Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paula Simon. Okay, first and foremost, if you hear any little buzzing in the background, I am near to a waterfall. This is the best natural light in the entire suite. So this is where I'm recording. Let me show you a glimpse. Let me see. If I keep it still, see between the palm leaves? Yes, that's the waterfall. All right. In this week's video, I want to talk about something. It came about because I had a conversation with a friend. We haven't spoken in maybe but like 2 years, and she called me because she said she wanted to know how I'm doing and so forth. This is someone who is very established in her profession. She had gone and built a life that, as a divorcee and a mother of 2 small children, she has done extremely well for herself. So listening to her, it really threw me off. We were talking, she said, oh, her sister told her that I'm traveling, and I said yes, and this and that. And she said, oh, sometimes she look at my videos and so forth. But the thing she said is that, oh, if she travel, you know, Paula, I don't really do anything. I'm not in, she looking at videos and persons will be out like hiking and all these things they're doing, zip lining. And she said, even people older than I am. She started equating with her traveling and experience with doing stuff. And as I listening to her, I get a little peeved. Because although she said she's looking at my video, if she really looking at my video, she would not use that as a reason not to travel. Because I don't be bungee jumping and all these other stuff. But as I listened to her, this thing dawned on me. Here is someone who, without the social media, had built such a life for herself. But now social media and looking at things on the internet is determining how she operates now. Thank God she had passed all her exams. She had accomplished so much. In fact, she's a consultant now. She could call high dollars for her time. If it wasn't the time of social media, I don't know if she would have been able to build what she had built. But that is it. And when I came off of the phone from her, this thing had me thinking. Here am I thinking that some people might not travel because they're scared, they're looking at violence, they want to know if they're accepted, they don't want to travel alone. And this one came out of the blues when she said, and I know she's not like making stuff up because she didn't mention like the usual money or traveling alone. She just said, when you look at it, well, I don't do anything. And she don't know me from, you could say, as a teenager or anything. When I met her as already an adult, with a child, have a business, all of that. But I was not the kind of person who was known to be doing a whole lot of stuff. And it is not now, it's forever. That was never my assignment. My assignment was to read a book, dream a lot. Because of my reading, I'm able to pick up situations, I'm able to make decisions, and I'm able to look at something and I could conclude, not always 100%, but it is never concluding and I'm off by 60%. That is was and still is my assignment. My assignment is not to be gallivanting and doing this and horseback riding. No, that wasn't me. That isn't me. It might be someone else's assignment. So listening to her, she equate her travel with doing stuff. And as I tell you, I was still a little peeved because obviously she don't look at my video, although she said she does. I started thinking that this might be a problem with other women. I did not say anything to her because I was so taken back, like it had me going. I listening to this woman saying she's looking at these complete strangers online who said they're doing this and that. And because of that, she feels that if she travels, she's not doing anything, so it's best she stay home. The thing I wanted to say to her is that who tell you that when you travel you're supposed to be posting everything you do? You don't have to. That is what I like about traveling. Traveling is like cooking. You could add in just whatever you want to add. If people don't like raisins in the potato salad, if you feel like putting raisins, anything you potato salad, it is your potato salad, you could put it. It is not like science, you have to be exact with this measurement or no. And this is the same thing with traveling. Traveling, you could travel just however you want to travel. If you're a person like to organize everything, you have all your tours, you all have, that is fine. And if you're a person who going like me, going to a new place, I know there's something new for me to see, even if it's a new bench. There'll be a park, something that I have never seen before because I've never went to that place. I go and then I decide what I'm going to do. If I don't feel like doing nothing, I stay around my hotel. That's why I make sure I always book a very nice hotel because I'm not certain about going outside and doing anything. You know what I'm certain about? Staying wherever I am. So my space have to be nice. My space have to be beautiful. So if I just feel like sitting down and watch all the other guests come in and out, that's my prerogative. But I'm sitting in a nice area. And if she is saying that, that means she's not that unique. She's not the only person who's thinking like that. That they're looking at what someone else would do and it is determining what they would do, in the sense that she won't travel because I don't do all of those things Paula I do. And I'm listening to her, and imagine me not saying anything, you could tell how I was taken back. And this is for anyone out there. You have this habit saying you do you. It is really, truly that. You don't have to sign up for tours unless you want to. You don't have to sign up for every museum unless you want to. It is all you to decide what's going to make you happy. Traveling, whether you're traveling long term or you're traveling just once a year or you're taking vacation, because traveling and vacation is two different things. When you're on vacation, you might want to see everything. You might be picking up every souvenir. You want to do every activity. When you're traveling, it's a whole different thing. You see what you want to see. You treat it like your everyday life. In her case, she would be just going on vacation. But even if she wanted to go on vacation and just sit wherever she is, she could. Because she is a hard worker. She has been working hard like forever, amen. She's still consulting, which is still hard work. So when she goes somewhere, she don't have to do anything. But the perception is, if you go on vacation, you're supposed to be doing 10,000 things. And I hope and pray that it's only her thinking like that, which I doubt whether. But persons will think different. They will look at their vacation as what you want to do. And I would say, traveling like cooking, you could make it however you want to. You want to stay in an Airbnb, you want to stay in a hostel, you want to stay in a 5-star hotel, you want to do it this way, you want to fly first class, you want to pack Vietnam carry-on only, you want to check in a suitcase. There isn't no exact way in which you should travel. And I know persons will give advice, even myself will say, well, if you're traveling, you should have this and you should have that. This is just my suggestion. If you don't want that, you just don't. You just look for one thing in the video that could inspire you, and the other things you don't want, you could just dismiss. But do not let someone else what they're doing. And it come into the second reason too, is that God might be telling us to do something in our lives. All of us is not traveling. It might be something that you're doing wherever you are. It might be in your job or wherever the case might be, might asking you to make a shift, to make a move. But because no one else has done it before, and then some people need to get crowd approval, as I will call it, to go to everybody, this body, what you think, this body. And people giving you advice, sometimes it's because they're uncomfortable with it, or sometimes just because you go to them with something, they tell themselves they need to respond to you, but the assignment is not theirs. God didn't tell them anything. God told you. So when you see you have all of this, you don't know when, if you're doing right, and let's stick a pin there. You will never know whether or not you're doing right. You'll feel good for 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 years, and then suddenly you wake up in the morning, am I doing the right thing? You will always feel like that, because then you go back to your Father. You will never get totally independent and strong in your faith. No, you're strong in your faith for this situation for now. Who knows, this afternoon, you're already falling out. You have to go back to your Father. So when God gave you an idea, He gave you a little noughter, as much as possible. You know what you could do? Ask God, say, Father, I need to talk to someone. I know I could talk to you, but I really would like to talk to someone that I could touch. Who is the person I could go to with this? Ask Him first. And you know what He might do? He might bring it to you. Or sometimes somebody call you, and when they call you, they start telling you exactly what you have this discomfort about or this uncertainty. And God sent that person to tell you that it is okay. As believers, we have to trust God. If we don't, we are in serious trouble. And now with the internet, and even sometimes you watching at like I was watching this video, they're supposed to be doctor. He's giving good advice and things like that. But getting up in the morning and meditating, taking deep breaths before you start moving, it helps settle your nerves and your cortisol and all of these sort of things. It sounds good, but as you look at him closely, that isn't no real doctor. That isn't a real individual. It's an artificial bit name, a bot or whatever it is. It's AI created that man. As he started like the first 5 minutes, and then you see on the side of his hand like these waves, and the way he's speaking. He's supposed to be some black doctor with some look like an African name. But his AI made the man. He got the information, but AI made the man, and sometimes the information is not even right. Some of it I heard of before. When you look at things on the internet and you have to suss out, this is who I am, might not be. And even then, you just go back to God about it. I hope my friend, I should call her back, because I was so stunned I didn't say anything. I hope my friend will get over that. And I hope anyone who listened to this video who's in the mindset because this body doing something and you weren't able to do it, who cares what they're doing? You know if for truth is what they're doing, because when you see things on the internet, you don't know for certain. You just do not know for certain. People skimming this, they're adding that, they're doing all kinds of things. You don't know for certain. It's one thing you look at it and you admire, oh, this is interesting. It's quite a different thing, and you look at the video and especially you tell yourself, I cannot do it. If the person gives you inspiration to stretch yourself, there's one thing. But the minute you start limiting yourself because I cannot do what they're doing, you are in trouble. So I hope that it is not you, and you will take this video to all the people who you suspect they might be thinking so. Don't tell them right away, I know this is you. It might offend them, but just share the video with them. If you are new to this channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. A returning subscriber or visitor, welcome also. If this video or any of the other videos on this channel is of benefit to you, please like, subscribe, and share. Turn on your notification button so YouTube will let you know when a new video is uploaded. And remember, especially as believers, most things God tells me does not make sense. But you have to trust Him in it. And by trusting Him, He will give you far more than you could ever imagine. So take care and have a blessed day. Bye.